Today, myself, Dr. Shema Hussain, Global CEO and founder of III. You know, today we have come up with a very new concept. New things, new year, everything new. Everything new, new things we cherish always, my dear friend. So the new thing today is, new initiative is campus to corporate. We spend 25 years of our life in education, which is the weapon of our life. Education is the only weapon that can give us the real happiness, the real spirit. So today with me, a wonderful university, I can say esteemed and prestigious university from all over the world, from Paris, yes, my dear friends, you are right. European International University, Paris. We are here. We are starting our inaugural event today with European International University, Paris, for this wonderful program of Campus to Corporate. Campus to Corporate. So, my dear friends, I'm sure you will be waiting enough to meet our special guest today, who is going to enlighten you. You know, as a parent, each and every one will be having their lots of queries in their mind that which university is the best, what programs do they offer, and how can my son, my daughter can get benefit from them. So we International Institute of Influencers are opening the door for you. We are bringing you the prestigious universities, schools, colleges to you at your doorstep. So without wasting any time, let me introduce our special guest today. Our special guest, Dr. J. Anand, Dr. Jatin Anand. So Dr. Jatin Anand is, before I talk about his designation, I can say with whatever I know about him, he is very, enthusiastic person. I can say for many people, he can act as a mentor because he will mend you in the way that you should prepare yourself for the coming world, to face the society. So Dr. Jatin is the Executive Director of European International University for Strategy and Innovation. He believes in innovation and he exhibits innovation as well. So Dr. Jatin Anand, we welcome you to this wonderful program of International Institute of Influencers, Campus to Corporate. So Dr. Jatin, the stage is yours. We want to hear from you about you little and then about European International University, Paris. First of all, thank you so much for accepting our invitation, Dr. Jatin. We are highly obliged.
Well, thank you very much, Shama. Dr. Shama, and this has been really obliged. Been really obliged with the preparation and invitation on your this platform, which you have done a great job. We've been watching, over the past so many, months, the way you organize events and reach out to the market, to the globe, through the International Institute of Influencers. The whole network is doing amazing job, in terms of what you have done so far and what you're going to be doing in the future. So again, I thank you very much for inviting and to give an opportunity for our university to speak and discuss about various opportunities and students and admissions and other questions you might be having about a university. So yes, you ask me and I'll speak, and
yes.
if you have any particular questions,
waiting,
I'll be more than happy.
Yes, I'm waiting for that, Dr. Anand. First of all, thank you for appreciating and encouraging us, our organization, and this really means a lot. And Dr. Anand, the first question goes is like youth, the future of the world, who are going to build the future of the country for every nation. What do you think European International University, Paris, is doing to empower them? Yeah. What is the role exactly of European International University as a prestigious educational organization?
So this question is absolutely, it makes a lot of sense in today's world, not just today's world, from ancient times. and in the future, coming future as well. Because when we talk about empowerment, how can we have to see what is the main thing which can empower a person? Now, if we talk about the basic stuff, it is just the mindset, the how much your brain, the brain of a person is, how wide the horizon of the mind is, and what makes somebody empowered, or the brain to be brain horizon of the brain to be large enough to think well enough, the main basic motive behind, or how would it work. So that is just education. So let's say if a person is educated enough, he is able to take right decision, he's able to look after the families well, he's able to make a good living for his whole family and himself, he can plan his career well, and he can grow. Now, coming back to your question, how can, or how is the university helping the students to empower in their lives? Education, how it works is, these days it's getting commercialized across all the universities globally. So universities are taking as an opportunity to charge high level of monies in terms of the fees of the courses, etc., which actually puts the students off and put them away for actually going for a certain degree program from an international university. Our basic and main motive and main goal of our university was to reduce the commercialization in education. So we have been giving a high level competition to our competitors, which are the top elite universities. And when we say the students are coming to us, we have in the past 7 years crossed more than 18,000 as alumni. And those students are coming from across the world, from other universities, reaching out to us. Our inquiries levels have increased. We are giving quality, we're giving the value, we're adding the values to their careers, to their CVs, to their professions, and this is all empowerment. Now, the similar level courses which we offer are priced at 80% cheaper. Now, we are not focusing on profiting, which other institutes might be or are doing at the same time. It's a similar level curriculum, which is international standards. It's a similar level platforms, which are learning management systems, where the students come and study uh, across our competitors, institutions or universities are with us. So why is there a massive difference in the fees? So, for example, an MBA at the European International University costs around 1,500 euros. The similar one would be costing to other universities at 10,000 euros, which is a massive difference, about 80% cheaper. And the cheaper doesn't mean that the quality is low. The quality is above at the highest standard, because the content and the curriculum which has been created behind the scenes, or behind this whole modules system, the way our MBA, international MBA works, it's been created by the top elite group of alumni, high-level experts in the industry, and people who have proven to achieve success. And the curriculum has been recognized, internationally accredited, and nationally recognized by the French government. At the same time, on that basis, the degree program can be compared in terms of curriculum at par with any other university, and at a fraction of the cost. So we are giving an opportunity to every single student in any part of the world to learn, and who've been thinking about learning, but they thought it was always difficult to learn because the fees are so expensive to learn from international European universities. They could never get an opportunity. They thought, no, this is it. We can't study. I mean, we wanted to study from Paris or London, etc., but the fees are like so much. So this is an opportunity for them now. And on the top, the profit, when businesses are running, they talk about profits as well, but we're not focusing on that. Our main goal is reducing commercialization in education and bringing empowerment to the youth by studying and growing their careers. And then on the top, we offer installment programs to which helps to cut down a pain in terms of monetary pain, in terms of payments for the fee structure. Obviously, there is a standard which they have to maintain. We do 8 modules in MBA, and then we have a ninth one in as a research. So we cut down the cost in terms of installments to make it more easier for them to continue the studies. And that's why our students are liking it. And we give them, we make the plans the way it suits them. So this is the main one of the reasons which helps the students to reduce the affordability point, the affordability part of the pain for the parents or for themselves, to help them grow. And when they start to learn, it brings everything to them. It brings them the research. And then when the course is finished, we help them in all those things like career counseling, career advice, CV building, connecting them to our entrepreneurs club. But there is a certain levels to be achieved to be able to be connecting with our entrepreneurs level clubs. And then we have internship programs for the students. So there's a lot happening. And then after that, they become a part of alumni. And being a part of alumni of International University, it is again a very elite thing to be a part of, where you have people like global entrepreneurs. You could be interacting with people who are CEOs of certain large organizations, because few of our alumni have proven to be very world-renowned personalities. So I think in a nutshell, I would have answered your question, because the main area for anybody to continue studying or to continue anything in the life starts from I think from money, from fees, from that part of that point where it starts. It puts them off when they see, oh, I want to do a course, and then they go to university and they see the fees and they say, oh, I can't afford it, and there's no point in thinking, and then they stopped off their career. But we give them opportunity and further. And why we could have been like any other university, but yes, we have planned to just have the world and empower the students, because when they empower, we're not focusing on business, you see, because students talk to students and we're getting word of mouth, and students are bringing more students. So in the span of like 7 years, we have achieved 18,000 students alumni, which is, if you compare the statistics with other universities, you will know that this is very good, very, very good. And we are very good.
Wonderful, Dr. Anand. I honestly, even first as a parent, if I look for the first thing that we look for, yes, quality is there, but we look for is the fees. How much is the fee? Affordability, quality, opportunities. You, as an International University of Paris, you are giving affordability for the students. As personally, I have gone through all the prizes and as the courses that you are offering, is the prizes, opportunities, and you are giving quality education with esteemed professors, with the esteemed and study at anywhere option also. So what more anyone can have, and that too in this society of competition, where you need to be qualified from a very reputed universities if you have to get a very good jobs. So I'm sure I really applaud, a big round of applause for the European International University Paris for offering very affordable education, higher education especially, and quality as well as opportunities in terms of giving them exposure, internships, and opportunity of knowing what is the market and everything. Wonderful, Dr. Jatin. This, I'm sure, this is not just an empowerment. This is like a humanization of education, I can say.
Absolutely.
Helping
As well.
Exactly, helping each and everyone to feel that even he can afford that. Thank you, Dr. Anand, for this. And I'm sure each and everyone who are watching me right now and listening to Dr. Anand will be noting this, how higher education can be easily obtainable with the quality people and the quality and esteemed organization. Done. Coming to second question, Dr. Anand. We know very well Charles Darwin's theory is survival of fittest. Especially after Corona, I can call post-Corona. The world of post-Corona, I think it's not easy for each and everyone to survive. Lots of competition is there. As Charles Darwin has imagined those days itself, and he has proposed this theory, survival of fittest. Who is fit, he will survive. So what do you think, Dr. Anand, as your experience, as you are coping up with lots of youth in the universities and outside, you are completely global. So what competencies do you think our youth need to enhance in them to overcome and to come up to this corporate world?
Yes, that's again another very, very exciting question, and I like it, love it basically. So as you know, I look after strategy and innovation part of the business of the university. Again, then there is an academics team which looks after the students, liaising with students, assignments, admissions process, and then we have another academics team which looks after the courses and curriculum. And then we have deans of different departments as a large staff, and then we have professors and teachers who liaise all the time. My department is separate. It is about marketing, branding, strategy, innovation, growth. We look forward for opportunities for new things coming. I mean, the newer things coming, we want to be adapting those kind of technologies. For example, we are one of the first universities who are working on blockchains. Now, with the blockchains, we are doing certifications on blockchains through Pedagog. What that simply does is it helps infringing the any form of certification. You could go to any university and complete a course and get a certificate, and then you could, when you go to apply for a job, you know, you could. I mean, let's take an example. Somebody won't have even studied, but he gets hold of your certificate. He just photoshops it and then uses it to apply for a job.
Yeah.
And that company where he applied for a job would not be able to verify. How would they verify? Whereas what we do is every single certificate we could list and register in a blockchain, which leaves a footprint, can never be tampered, can never, because if the employer wants to check, they can simply go on blockchain, verify stamp, and they find out that yes, this is a legitimate degree done. So that is what blockchain is all about. So I gave you this and a little saying, an example before answering your main question, which I'm going to come to back to it. I mentor a lot of people in terms of strategy, innovation, marketing. So I would start by answering your question in such a way that the saying you said, survival of the fittest, right? It is a very ancient saying.
Yeah.
It's obsolete now. Nobody uses it.
Yeah. It's because it's existence now.
No, this is not existing now. This is nowadays. It's used in jungles, not even jungles. And this is not used anywhere. I'll tell you why, and you will like it. Now things have changed. This was used to be talked about ancient ago. It was a myth now. Survival of the fittest. Whoever the fit will do. With that time, what were the jobs? Jobs were labor. Let's say 100 years ago. If you are fit, then you can build, what you call that, labor jobs. When you're on this, that's for the only kind of jobs in the factory. If you're fit enough, then you can work longer hours in a factory. You can work in an iron mine or a gold mine or building the streets. You need to be fit. You need to be strong, right? Now, everything is in desk jobs and this and that. Newer kind of jobs. Look what you are doing, amazing stuff. You're adapting those kind of things, which is nothing to do with fitness. It's about swiftness. So it's about survival of the swiftest. The one who changes fast, the one who adapts to the changes fast, the one who understands what is the next change coming is the one is a winner. People who are laggards will struggle. They will be behind. So you need to be focusing on what's happening ahead and be adaptable to change. So change management plays a lot of role. We also provide workshops for large companies about change management for the employees. And we find the worst thing is that people are very stingent. People are difficult to change. They don't like to get change. But the ones who don't change, they get stagnant in their career. So answer your question. So survival of the swiftest. So for being ahead of the competition, people need to know what is happening around. The newer technologies, they've got to be adapting. When you say, sitting on Instagram, sitting on this, and sitting on TikTok is not good. But let's say TikTok is the world owner. They've got nearly 5 billion people on their platform, and they are making money in billions. They have overtaken the profit what Instagram was doing. They are above them. Twitter, similar language, because the thing is. And when we say, my son, my child is always on Instagram, yes, that is wrong. You don't want to be spending too much time, but you need to understand what is happening on it. So mix of everything, what is happening. So once a person finishes a degree, let's say you run an organization, you're running institute, you're running a business. A person, you want to hire somebody in your office, somebody comes to you, I have done a degree in BA, Bachelor's in Arts, whatever. I'm a fresher, I've finished a degree, I want a job. Would you hire them? I mean, that's your choice, but would they be successful in completing the jobs what you ask them to do, their job description? No, it's going to be very difficult because they've just passed. So to be the swiftest in the industry, to be ready for the next job or for the first job, you need to have various extra skills. That's where we come here, we provide internships. So students should be looking, while they're studying, they should be doing extra things in the CV, not just my name this, and that. I can do this and that, and I've got degree in this. But they could show that they've got internship in the past 3 years of degree. They've done a 6 months internship here, 6 months internship there, which shows that they are keen and they're motivated enough to work and they've handled some projects. They could involve some writing skills. They could focus on, they have written this many skills. They've run some blogs. They have provide some, because there are so many. Even we have a publication. We asked a lot of students to focus on writing and provide us some research work. And if we like it, we will post it. And that gives them a link to the student, a URL, which they can add on the CV. When it goes, they show that what the student has written, and it has to be fully unplagiarized, by the way. So that's one thing. Uh, Work experience. If they get an opportunity, they should work along with studies. So when they're just graduating, they have few extra things on their CV. Does it make sense? And that will be just an extra than a person who doesn't have. I'm just giving examples of the swiftness. So when the two kind of people come to you for a job, one is just a fresher and one has got some kind of internships or bits and bobs of some experience, you would prefer the one who has got a bit of extra stuff, who have gone above the mile to do some extra work. They will be proven better to get that job which you're offering. So survival of the swiftest, again, it answers everything. The one who is fast enough to have the opportunity, yes, understand the world fast, and is ready to change fast. Again, another example could be simple, that yes, let's say you're running an institute, you're running an organization, and then you want to adapt to a new software, and people who will learn. That's the only way to grow for your organization. If you don't change the software or adapt that software, you would be left behind than your competitors. So what you do is you install the software. The next step is the software company is going to come to train your employees. They have to learn it. If they don't learn it, they have to leave the job. Simple. Because if they don't perform it, then there's nothing. And people who are less in the thinking thought process or learning or learning that system, they will be losers. You'll give them warning of 2 months, 3 months until you learn. You have to keep this. That's it. So this time, the competition is high. Everybody is doing the same kind of stuff. You have to do a bit extra. And for that, you have to be swift enough. You have to read around. You have to look around. You have to see what's the opportunities around. All the technology you should be aware of, because you could. And this all becomes knowledge. The information which you're grabbing, what is happening is going in the back of your mind somewhere, and is becoming knowledge. Now, information is becoming knowledge and sitting in the back of the mind. You don't need it right now, but you won't know that after 10 years, that information which you took 10 years ago, which is sitting in the back of your mind as knowledge, could be utilized today after 10 years. You won't believe the things which I learned 20 years ago, I'm suddenly using it today.
Yeah.
It just because I've done it that time. So what I'm learning new things now, I might be utilizing it in the next 2-3 years. It helps because it becomes knowledge management, and that is the theory of knowledge management, where we teach in our MBA students at the same time what is knowledge management, what is change management. I think that answers a little bit about.
Dr. Anand, I don't have words. First of all, let me tell you, you have changed my theory. Every time I used to tell survival, because I'm a zoology student, and being a life science student, I always use survival of fittest, and I proudly say
swiftest.
Yeah. And now you have given such, you made my day, and I'm just blushing because survival of sweetest. My goodness, and the meaning itself shows that you need to be very sharp and vigilant. The meaning itself shows that we need to be very sharp and vigilant, knowing what's happening, and adaptation. It involves everything, adaptation, vigilance, and everything. And as you said, knowledge management. So my dear students, whoever are watching us right now, especially wisdom nuggets from Dr. Anand today, survival of not fittest but sweetest. And please make sure that you are going to undergo this knowledge management. Wonderful, Dr. Anand. Big round of applause to you for making me so happy, first of all. I'm so wonderful thing that you have given to me. And I'm going to share it everywhere.
Thank you.
So, Dr. Anand, my next question is means I know there are so many specializations in MBA and BBA in yours. Can you spotlight on them, Dr. Anand, so that students will know that what are the different specializations that you are in? Because I haven't seen anywhere so many specializations as I have seen in yours. So it will be more advantageous for the students as they can adapt in different areas.
Yes.
If you can just spotlight on them, if you don't mind.
So in our MBA, MBA is our MBA at European International University It can be completed around in 9 to 10 months, depending upon how fast the student is. And we have 17 specializations in total. Now, these 17 specializations, how the system works is there are core 8 modules, which are same for all the specializations. So there are core 8 modules, and the ninth module works to be a research work, your majors. So you can choose the area where you want to focus your research upon. So let's say somebody wants to focus a research on logistics, they can do that. We have operations management, marketing, branding, finance, which is very popular. So there are all the 17 specializations from entrepreneurship, etc. So it's all based on the research which the student wants to conduct upon, and thus it becomes that area of expertise they have chosen, and that becomes a specialization. So they can choose from 17 specializations. We continue adding more and more. If it gets under the system with the governments and the French governments, gets approval, we will continue increasing. So right now we have 17, and in BBA we have so 7 to 8 specializations. Don't come from academic side, but it's 7 specializations in BBA at the same time, because BBA has become an undergrad 3-year program,
Undergraduate,
promotion, and that is a degree level program for 3 years where the students can choose. Standards is set up by the government, so you have to follow those specializations. Again, that also involves a lot of research work, involves research methodology, action and research, and that means students learn a lot when they are able to conduct research. They understand research methodologies, the tools to be used to conduct writing, using citations and creating scientific papers and getting them approved. And then if it goes to our panel of experts who sit, and if we like, and or let's not put the word like, if it gets approved under the panel, we send the scientific paper supplied by the student to the publications, and it goes to even our own journal library at the same time. So yes, and at the same time we have study anytime, anywhere, at your own choice, at your own pace. But yes, you have to complete number of hours. You can take your time. If there is certain delays from the student side, if there's any particular problems they're facing or something, they can write to us, they can tell us, to the mentor, and then it can get an extension as well. So yes, we have a lot of choices.
Wonderful, Dr. Anand. It really works, because nowadays children, the students are not restricting themselves to a small, narrow area. They are expanding, and as there are lots of demands in the different fields, so it's a wonderful for students. And as now this is up to the students. I have a next question, Dr. Anand, like professionals. Those professionals, imagine professors or any corporates, they are working already. They are in their work area and they want to upgrade their knowledge. As a professional, they want, because nowadays the competition is such a wide that if they don't show proficiency in their workplace, they can be fired anytime. So they need to upgrade each and every time. So what do you think the university can offer or help them or support them in bringing this professional growth, I can say? So in addition to the students, even to the professionals, Dr. Anand, do you have programs for them as well so that they can support their growth?
Yes, I understand your question. So, so in terms of academics, we have got a lot of programs which are approved and regulated in terms of, and they have been developed. The curriculum and the names of the courses have been developed through quite a lot of research. The curriculum is planned very well enough, and they are very innovative programs. So, for example, we got MS in mental health psychology. Now, a few of our students are already a member of APA, which is American Psychological Association, which is the most elite association of psychologists in the world. It's an American association. And to get an entry there is next to literally impossible. So we have got examples of students who have completed MS in mental health psychology from European International University and getting a place in APA. Then we have Brazilian Psychiatrist Association, American Psychologist Association, European and British Psychology Associations. We have had admissions of students after studying MS in health, mental health psychology from our university. So this is this focus on psychology area. Then we have MSIET, which is Master of Science in Innovative. It is innovative teaching skills, etc. This is now targeted to people, not only just in teaching, it's a master's course, but to manage a university level or a college level or a school level institute. So many principals and head teachers have done this course to do MSIET, because as a head teacher, your job is not to teach. Your job is to run an organization, run an educational organization. So by having this course done, they've had their mental block, certain areas have been changed, and they've understood what it needs and what it involves to make your institution more famous, more better results, and better quality approvals from parents, etc., and better results for the students. Because for every institution, the main goal is to have better results for GCSE scores, etc., for the students. So they have seen performance improved of the students by doing this course, by their directors or their principals and head teachers doing this course, because they have learned some innovation in teaching and managing their staff, managing other teachers, able to train them better in new innovative teaching skills to the students. And thus, the end goal has been that it has brought in better results. Then we have, sorry, go on.
Yeah, please, Dr. Anand.
Okay, so then we have high vocational level programs, which are professional doctorals, which are for people who are looking for some kind of through their research or publication, they're looking for a doctoral kind of a placement for themselves to be classified, because they've done some elite amount of work in their area of specialization and they've already proven. So we have a VAE, like a validation of excellence and experience of the past, through Viva Voce, which our industry experts and our dean of management and our directors sit down and they talk and do the Viva Voce, and on that basis, if it gets approved, they can be classified as professional doctorals, professional doctor. So those are special courses. But I would say there's one particular course, a degree program, which is MBA. I would say that can be done by any career or any professional or any profession, a person belonging to any profession. We have had doctors doing MBA. And I'll tell you why. Because see, their profession is a doctor. They're running their own surgery, a private surgery or a private clinic. So what is the back motive? The main is to earn profits. Yes, the job is to provide good service to their patients, to give them the right medication, etc., to do the better treatment. But they're doing this all to make a better living for their families. Does it make sense? To earn a higher level profits and to be able to manage their business well. End of the day, it's a business, and we've seen doctors are making good amount of money. So by doing an MBA program, they have been more efficient, and the performance of the staff has improved. The organizational structure has made better changes. They have done growth in terms of the income of their hospitals or their institutions of, like, we have got some plastic surgeons. They have done some course and they have some hospitals who have got like 20-30 doctors running, working in that particular hospital. So the owners who are already doctors have done this course and been able to manage them better and make the business more profitable, because at the end of the day, it's a business. So MBA suits to everybody, because the end goal is to make them run their business more efficiently. And everything is business. That's what I come from, and that's what I would say, because every single business is business. They need to know how to make your business more profitable. So MBA suits every single occupation. I think. Let's name any business you would say that yes, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, I agree with you, Dr. Anand, because I myself has done MBA in healthcare management. Because so I'm in, that's what. So that really means MBA will bring you that, what do you call, entrepreneurship attitude. It will bring, it will empower you with that. So every person, whether he's a doctor, whether he's an engineer, whether he's a teacher, irrespective of any profession, I think we need to have that entrepreneur inside, because for survive.
It just helps to make decisions for your growth. Let's say a restaurant. One restaurant owner did an MBA, his son did an MBA, family business. They're doing very good in the restaurant. The main job is the child to know about being a chef, to know how to cook better, isn't it? It's about taste. People go there to eat. Yeah. That he has learned from his family background. That is the focus. That is the main thing anyways. We make sense. Yeah. But then obviously, if you're catering to thousands of people coming every day, it's a tourist spot. He can't just cook himself for thousands of people, can he? So he's got, for the chefs, his job is to train those people, document their recipes, and train further people to grow a chain of restaurants. On that level, they have to do a focus of MBA so they can make better decisions. They can negotiate well with their co-partners and professions. And when it comes to buying more properties and setting up restaurants and getting loans from the government, etc., to build a chain of restaurants and then managing their own brand. So the focus is not, you see, the focus could be run one business, one restaurant, and this focus there, people coming, going, or you could focus, your mind is so big, you focus on building chain of restaurants under the same brand, and then sitting on the top in the office and managing your brands and checking how much revenue this branch made, how much revenue this branch made, and then sitting on the laptop. And then you go, and your free time, or the majority time, you go to your different restaurants and train the staff and mentor them and check the star chef and recruitments. So you're growing your business. So I think MBA plays even for restaurants. Does it make sense? So
exactly, management is required everywhere. Management is required everywhere. I'm sure in future, even time management, which we are just considering it as a not just a very major part, that will be, it also comes under MBA in future, because that itself is very important, where we are not able to place it properly. That's the reason we are lacking in many, we're lacking so many opportunities. Maybe even time management also will be coming up in future as an MBA. Very important.
People who've done MBA, they're more professional, they can manage their time better, they know where not to waste time and where to waste time.
Yes.
Time is the key. Time is money. Time is
money.
Thing.
Exactly. Well, and I'm sure all of.
If I would have, I'm working sometimes 18 hours, I would say if my day was 48 hours, still my work is not finished. But sometimes, I think I'm managing my time very well. And but yes, productivity, time management, all these things are a part of a curriculum of master's program in business management. And then people choose the specializations, they do the majors in the research work, and then they become professional. It changes the whole attitude behind them. And with a brand as European International University from Paris, we are doing amazing stuff behind the scenes, and our convocations are done at the best of the best ways, because we have very good alumni and very elite people, from CEOs of banks, from politicians, from speakers. Now we have to perform, and we have to cater to those needs. So that's how the whole structure and whole ambience and whole persona behind it attached to our own alumni. So that's why they're more. It just changes the attitude, and this helps them the next step in the profession.
That's what I have seen, Dr. Anand. I have seen your some of your videos when I was checking on European International Universities. The convocations is something we call it as, like, when I got my master's first, and the day I was a gold medalist and I was supposed to come on the stage and take the award from the governor. So, it was something like full auditorium, and you're going on the stage, you're walking, you are in the limelight, going to wear the cap and taking the award. So I have seen that elegancy. I was so anxious for that day when I was taking my graduation, and even my doctorate as well, which I have done for 5 years, almost I can say. And when I have seen yours, I felt, Dr. Anand, honestly, it is so elegant and inspiring.
Thank you very much for this kind words. And I will be sharing with you our last convocation happened on 17th of December. And I will be, I'm telling you this right now, it was spellbound. It was next level. Wow. And I'll be sharing the videos very soon, because it's going to come from our creative teams. It goes approval, and then it gets posted across, and you will like it. But again, very thank you for what you said.
Because, Dr. Anand, it is something that makes the people feel that contentment, the hard work that you have done, and you are getting awarded in such a wonderful ambience, in such a wonderful, among so elite people, you are getting rewarded for your work. It is, so can you spotlight on that bit, Dr. Anand, on your convocations as well?
Yes, and again, most of the things you have already said, and it's all about seeing, and it's all about our teams managing it, because we know that is important for anybody's career. And moving forward, 2023, we have planned more and more stuff, more innovation in our convocations. And from January, we are starting. We complete normally 24 convocations across the year, and obviously we could have done in Paris, but sometimes it becomes difficult for certain students to travel to Paris because of visa restrictions, etc., and the cost involved. So we go towards them. We Our next 7 to 8 convocations already fixed in Thailand side, Kuala Lumpur, in Bali, in Maldives, in Dubai. Already planned for the next 6 in which going to be finishing by end of February, and then we have the whole year left. So yes, the whole planning goes behind. We have speakers are planned, the speeches are planned, and then they have the plaques and the regalias, which makes a massive difference when you wear your stuff. You feel proud already, and then
Yeah.
when the whole ambience is created, there is a event, there's a party involved as well, and that show inviting some VIPs, etc. At the same time, it makes them feel proud because end of the day, end of the day, you have done something great, and this is going to
Yeah.
stay with you all your life.
Yeah.
And I would say that's one of the main things why we focus on that part.
Yes, exactly, Dr. Anand. You must. And I wish I get opportunity to attend any of your one of the convocations in future. Definitely. I would love to.
And I would say, we have Pedagog as a sister concern. Pedagog is a global edtech platform. Now it caters to a lot of universities. It makes it more easier to reach out to larger remote areas through partnerships, and we focus on high level scholarships as well. But that is a Pedagog Foundation which has certain funding from some background from some people and some for the scholarships. So that's where we can focus on that as well. But and then yes, again, like you said, we would be obliged and to do certain event for yourself and something um, at a stage wherever you fancy to doing it. We can certainly plan that.
Definitely,
We
Dr.
specialize.
Anand. Definitely. It will be our honor as well. And also being collaborating with Pedagog, which is Sister Concern of European International University Paris, we feel honored. And definitely, we want to be part of this mission in supporting this, your vision of affordability, quality, and opportunity-based education that you are providing to most of the students all over the world. It is wonderful, Dr. Anand. And just last question, Dr. Anand, before that. Our maybe I think most of the students even want to know about your students. What about their placements, Dr. Anand? How about the students who have studied in European International University Paris, were placed in what about any idea? I mean, if you can give some idea to the students as well.
Placements in terms of jobs, etc. Right?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yes. So there are different segments of people who do the jobs, who do the studies with our university. I mean, with any university. So how it works is we have graduate programs, undergraduate programs, diploma programs, degree programs, doctoral programs. We for masters we get a lot of mid-tier employees who are already working in certain levels. They want growth in their careers. They're in the mid 30s or early 30s, and they want growth. For them is a massive scope. With doing our curriculum and graduating as a masters in MBA, it changes the profile structure, and they show professionalism in their existing businesses and getting promotions. We have seen a lot of cases, and many of the students have shared with us that this is their achievement, and they share across their social profiles, and they send us a lot of emails. And if you happen to see our social LinkedIn and Facebooks and Instagram, we do share, I think, 1 out of 50 students we share across who have achieved something special in their careers after the graduation, after their degree program from us. So they show some extreme jump in their career, or something, some high level achievement they get after the course, which they want to share with us. Recently, our student, he he's completed a doctoral from us, and he's already only I think 29 years of age, completing a doctoral program and already written 18 scientific papers, and few of them and all of them are listed and public. I think they're already in our journals and publication of our library, because it goes through a stringent process before it goes into our publication. But 5 of their articles of scientific papers are already in Scopa. Scopa is the largest institute
Yeah,
global
Scopa, yeah.
for scientific research works. And that person achieving the doctoral degree by research and publication with us in 29 was amazing. And they have shown this tremendous progress. Then we have people who are into graduates, who are doing BBS. For them is different. They're not looking for jobs right now. They're doing the basic qualifications at this stage. But BBA is to understand the world and getting graduate, because these days minimum qualification in Asia, etc., is post-graduation, if I'm not wrong. And
Yes,
even
exactly.
even after that is a bit of massive struggle for applying for jobs because the competition is too high. So we
Competition.
focus, tell to the students that after the completion of masters, it's not the end. You have to be all around. You have to be good speaking skills, learning skills, writing skills. Overall mindset should be such that you understand what the business is all about, because you see, you understand the area, but you have to have expressing way of negotiating skills, etc. So again, we have the entrepreneurial club as well, which we have a lot of businesses involved, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of existing high net worth entrepreneurs and alumni. So we post their details, and they can share their stuff, they can share their ideas,
Yes,
etc.
I
And
have
they
seen
can,
that. They
they
can.
do,
Yeah, I have seen that, Dr. Anand, in your website. Yeah, I
they
have
get
seen
opportunities
most of
from
the.
there, and they get
Yes,
opportunities from
exactly.
different jobs at the same time. So yes, we moving forward from next year, we're also going to be focusing on a separate cell, which will focus on jobs for students. But again, it becomes quite difficult, not just for us, for any university, because we run global institute, global organization, facing crossing into the global areas of the world. You see, we've
Yeah,
got students across every single part of the world, so we can help wherever we can, and that's what our main goal is. That starting from empowerment to better jobs, and that is the main area, and that is our main goal. And then we are
wonderful,
ready for.
Dr. Anand. Yes, wonderful, Dr. Anand. I'm sure, means especially first of all, the opportunities that you are giving to them to empower them and get set ready for the stage for this corporate world is itself an amazing opportunity, and getting internationally recognized is under one roof, and even the rural areas can access that. It is something amazing. And wonderful, Dr. Anand. It was great knowing all about the university structure, universities empowerment, and everything. So finally, leaving before New Year is just one day ahead. So wanted to know your New Year resolution as well. What your New Year resolution? Any unique resolution, Dr. Anand?
You mean to say my personal?
Yeah, I will be glad if you can.
Obviously, I mean, from the business point of view, from the university point of view, we've just shared across our socials. Our creative team have just shared a short 1 minute video, which focus on recap 2022 EIU Paris recap 2022. It's across all our
Uh-huh.
social platforms. Now it talks about what we did in 2022. It also focuses on 5, 6 students who have performed extremely well because they have got into best of the best jobs, which are the international top standards. And then we focus on certain areas where we introduce something new, like we introduced publication early this year, which is a great thing because we are running our own international journals and research publication and library. And we also focus on a filter which we launched on Instagram. That's another thing because students can take their own graduate pictures on our platforms live, because there are some remote students who can't attend our conferences and our convocation. So for them, we made it more easier to take a photo in our regalia, in our the
It's
platform.
wonderful. Yeah.
So for 2023, we have different plans. We got workshops starting in Paris and London, and then we have more a different innovative way of doing convocation, plus certain more things which we're going to be launching soon. In personal side, again, I've never made such kind of resolutions because I am always doing something new and innovative, and all the time into learning. And that is, I think, it should be everybody's goal to adapt as a daily thing, not just a New Year's thing, to be, you know, this is a word which you used before, swiftness, you know, learning at the same time to continue learning at the same and continue growing, because that helps, and that is should be the main goal for everyone. Anything what
Wonderful,
you have?
Doctor. Wonderful, Dr. Anand. And we want you to wish our organization, the family of III as well. It's a request to wish your wonderful wishes for the new year and all our assignments coming up. We request your wishes, Dr. Anand.
I mean, the best of the best wishes, all the very, very best, and the best wishes and best compliments from European International University to your organization, International Institute of Influencers. And it's been an amazing job you're doing, and hopefully in 2023 we'll crack on with great focusing on our opportunities, and we will be cracking on with great business and empowering students from your network and helping them reaching their goals and thus achieving mutual benefits as we discuss, and we continue our partnership. It's been amazing talking to you, Dr. Sharma, and I literally appreciate, and we should do more of this stuff because end goal is to help people, empower people, and I think that is your main goal, and that's why you're doing amazing stuff. And there are no words, and I think, yes, we're going to continue doing this. And again, best wishes again. Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Anand. Thank you so much. You don't know, you made our day, and it is the first program. You are our first special guest for our campus to corporate. This is the inaugural program, so we are so happy to listen. I'm sure all our audience, I'm sure many of are watching from Africa, from 10 states of Africa. They are especially our network are watching to you. They want to join your MBA programs, so they are looking at you. And even from Philippines, I have shared my network as well. I told them that today one of the wonderful universities coming up, and even my network, my LinkedIn family, my Facebook family, they're all watching you today. And I'm sure they might have understood, especially dear friends, from Dr. Anand. Alice Darwin has said survival of fittest, and Dr. Anand has re-upgraded it to swiftest. So it's wonderful. I really like this energy capsule that Dr. Anand has given it us. And Dr. Anand even assured us one more thing, that in future, he will connect us to the for the interview, the professors from Paris, dean from Paris, who can come and enlighten us more about the subjects, whatever your queries are there, they'll be joining us in future. Thank you so much, Dr. Anand, once again, from the family of International Institute of Influencers. A big thank you and very best wishes to European International University, Paris, and a very happy New Year.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Anand. Bye-bye, Dr. Anand. Bye.
Our founder, director, and CEO of International Institute of Influencers, Dr. Shama Hussain, on the stage.
एक कहानी बताते हैं. I'll tell one story. There were two brothers. One was very rich and the other one was not. So he came to his younger brother and said, मेरे पास Bentley है, मेरे पास Rolls Royce है, मेरे पास Mercedes है, तुम्हारे पास क्या है? So क्या है? So what will be the answer of that boy? मेरे पास vision है.
I believe we are in a day and an age and a time where we're looking for visionaries. We need visionaries that can set the pathway of what our future looks like. To get behind someone that has that type of vision is something I support 110%. And Dr. Sharma, you have done that excellently. You have set a vision that all of us inspire to want to walk out.
कि गाड़ी चलाने के लिए पेंसिल सेल डालते हैं, थोड़ा बड़ा हो गया तो पता चला कि उसमें थोड़ा सा और पतला सेल आता है, वो डबल ए होता है, फिर ट्रिपल ए सेल भी मार्केट में आ गया.